It's a story about what happens when the tables are turned and I love you becomes a weapon of mass affection. The echo of the heart, Ren's revenge. The great silence had been over for exactly 12 hours, and I thought we were back to our comfortable, quiet equilibrium. I had apologized, Ren had forgiven me with a lingering kiss, and we had fallen asleep tangled together in the sheets. But when my alarm went off at 7 a.m., it wasn't the usual soft chirping of birds. I love you. I love you. I love you. It was Ren's voice, recorded in a rhythmic, unceasing loop. I fumbled for my phone, my face flushing as I finally killed the sound. I looked over at his side of the bed. It was empty, the sheets cold, but there was a sticky note on his pillow. Since you were so hungry for silence, I thought I'd provide the appetizers. Love you. The saturation phase. I walked into the bathroom, still blinking sleep from my eyes, and turned on the shower. As the room began to fill with steam, words started to materialize on the vanity mirror. He had used a fog-resistant marker to write a giant, sprawling message across the glass. Do you love me yet? Because I love you. I laughed, a soft huff of breath against the mirror. Okay, Ren. Point taken. But it didn't stop there. When I went to put on my shoes, I felt something crinkle. Inside each sneaker was a tiny slip of paper. Left foot, I love. Right foot, you. By the time I sat down for breakfast, I was surrounded. He had taped notes to the bottom of my coffee mug, tucked them into the bread box, and even changed my laptop password hint to, "What did you forget to say for 3 days?" The rule of 3 words. The real revenge started when Ren came home that evening. He didn't look angry, in fact, he looked radiator warm, a smug, beautiful glint in his dark eyes. Hungry? He asked, leaning against the doorframe. Starving, I said, reaching out to pull him into a hug. What are we having? Ren stepped back, just out of reach, his finger hovering over his lips. There's a new house rule for the next 48 hours, Liam. Since words were so scarce this week, we're going on a specific vocabulary diet. I raised an eyebrow. Meaning? Meaning, Ren smirked, the only thing you are allowed to say to me, for any reason, is I love you. If you want water? I love you. If you want to know what's on TV? I love you. Anything else will be met with, well, silence. The breaking point, again. It was charming for the first 20 minutes. It became a comedic nightmare by the 60-minute mark. Ren, where did you put my charger? I asked. Ren stared at me blankly, humming a tune, pretending I was a ghost. I sighed, rolling my eyes. Fine. I love you? Ren beamed, instantly handing me the charger from the side table. I love you too. It's right here, darling. Later, during dinner, I tried to ask for the salt. I pointed at the shaker. Ren just tilted his head, looking innocent. I love you, I groaned. He handed me the salt with a wink. Such a romantic thing to say over pasta. But as the night wore on, the joke shifted. The constant repetition of the words began to strip away the prank layer and reveal something raw. Every time I had to say it to get his attention, I realized I did mean it. Every single time. The heartwarming ending. We were sitting on the balcony late that night, the city lights shimmering below us. The rule was still in effect, and the air was cool. I wanted to tell him how much I appreciated him, how the prank had been a mistake because I never wanted him to feel small, and how lucky I felt to have someone who fought for my words. But I was only allowed 3. I reached out, taking his hand in mine, and looked him dead in the eyes. I didn't say it like a request for salt this time. I said it like a vow. I love you. Ren's smug expression softened. The revenge mask slipped, and he pulled me closer until my head was resting on his shoulder. He knew I was using the only words I had to say 1,000 other things. I know, he whispered, his voice thick with a sudden, genuine tenderness. I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget how it feels to hear it. The silence was lonely, Liam. Don't go back there. I squeezed his hand, the city lights blurring as I looked at him. I love you, I repeated, and this time, it was the only thing in the world that needed to be said. Ron kissed the top of my head, the revenge officially over. I love you too. Now, let's go inside. I'm freezing, and I've run out of sticky notes.